Hey guys, Fat Man the Beard here. I'm back with my final video of the evening. Having a bit of coffee. I'm really dragging today for some reason. It's been a long week, it definitely has. I know, I shouldn't have coffee this late at night, but whatever, gotta get through some stuff. So yeah, this is my last video of this week. I have I'm stumbling here. Sorry guys. This is my horror Blu-ray haul for the week. I talked about this in my last haul video. Some didn't come for that video last time, so I was like, well, I'll just do this into two parts. So this will be my June haul of DVDs and stuff. So this will be labeled part 2 of my June DVD haul, horror movie haul. And then I have another batch coming as well. I've gotten so many great deals on eBay lately. I don't know. I'm just getting super lucky. I don't even know how I'm scoring half of this for what I am. I'm basically paying nothing for any of this. I've been just lowballing people, like just crazy, ridiculous low prices, and then they're just taking them like best offers. Like I don't know how it's working out, but for some reason it is, and I'm all for it. So let's get to it. Start with the first one. This is a franchise that died out, and I believe they did a remake of it. I believe. I don't even know if I saw it, and actually I don't even know if there was a review. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might be wrong. I don't know. But that's Prom Night 2. This is finally on DVD. At least when I unwrapped the shrink wrap, it said finally for the first time on DVD ever. I don't remember. This was got this for like $5.88 with free shipping on eBay. It was factory sealed. It's all good. It's just the DVD. No slip. I don't even think there's a slip cover inside. Nope, no slip cover. Nothing. I saw this once, twice maybe. Probably on television, so probably edited. I know this one was good as far as I can remember. So at like $5.88, I was like, I'm gonna buy Prom Night 2. I don't have Prom Night 1. I don't have the first Prom Night. I don't really remember it. If I did see it, I don't really remember it at all. But that leads into my next one, which is which they came out with part 3 and 4 on a double pack. Don't remember either one of these. There's stuff stuck to it here. Yeah, I'm spilling coffee all over the place. Dang it. Let's get that off there. Yeah, so 3 and 4, I don't remember. I don't get that on the rug in here. I'm making a mess. I think I vaguely remember 3. I don't know. This was kind of a blind buy, but it was only like, I think I paid like $6 for this ship, brand new, total. So I was like, alright, well, I'll give her a try. I think 3 was good. I think 4 was pretty lacking. I don't really remember too well, but, you know, I was like, if I'm going to get 2, I might as well get 3 and 4. So yeah, got that. This next one was also a blind buy. Well, sort of. You know, I just messed around on, YouTube. Because in my job I have time to just browse the internet. So, I do. Came across this trailer on YouTube, and it was like Hell High. And it said I don't know, it's like 1984, 1985. So I just clicked on the trailer, and I was like, whoa, this looks really great. I was like, how had I never heard about that? And that's what it is. It's Hell High. This is 1984 or 85. Now I'm not sure. I think it's 84, but I'm not sure. The trailer looked awesome, and I was like, how did I never hear about this? The premise of the movie is these bad kids. Well, they're like the popular kids, but they're also the bad kids. They have this teacher they don't like, and they they mess the it looks like she lives out in the country in this big 2-story colonial type house. And they go there to sort of mess with her in these, I think, scary masks. But they're not prepared for what she's about to do. So it looked like kind of a cool sort of, I'm going to mess with the teacher, but then she's not somebody you want to mess with. And the cool thing about this is, you might be able to see in the corner here in red, it says, this is the special edition Joe Bob Briggs comedy commentary on this. And if you guys, I'm sure everybody remembers Joe Bob Briggs. I believe he did sort of a Rhonda Shear thing, like Up All Night. I think it was like, she was kind of like an Elvira or a Rhonda Shear type thing, and I believe he did basically B-side horror movies, or, you know, and I'm almost positive it was always B-side horror movies. And he kind of hosted in between the movie. He would put in these little funny things, or he would talk about the movie. And I believe it was on like TBS. Yeah, I'm almost positive it was like late night TBS, or maybe it was even USA. I can't remember. But I got this for, and I believe this is like almost out of print, or it was hard to find this one. I did find it brand new on eBay. I paid $9.99 for this, free shipping, from a little place up in Seattle, a little like mom and pop's brick and mortar type DVD and CD place, and it got to me really fast, and it was brand new. So I'm gonna give that a watch. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll even review this movie. Maybe I'll do a first time movie review, and I'll review Hell High. The next one here is another rare out of print DVD. I don't even know. This isn't even like Anchor Bay. It's like something weird company. But I do remember this movie. This movie is from 1988 or 89. I do believe I saw this late night, probably on USA Up All Night or something like that. And it's really well done. And I saw an edited version, obviously, so it'd be cool to see the actual unedited rated R version. That's Rush Week. It's your typical teen slasher film, but it's all filmed, of course, on a college campus. I don't remember, I think it was something to do with like a cult that was on campus, this cult that like killed people, but I can't remember. But it was actually pretty good. But I got this for this is pretty pricey on eBay. It's between $50 and $60 on eBay, and I got this for like $11, best offer. The guy wanted like $45, and I just best offer, and it was free shipping too. And I was like, I'm just gonna put in a crazy low amount and see if this guy will take it. Just starting out, I knew I'd probably have to work my way up. I put in $11, and he just accepted it. Don't ask me why. When he has a buy it now of $45, that came down quite a bit, and he offered free shipping, so I got this for $11 with free shipping. So go figure. But yeah, this was a fun movie. If you're a slasher flick person, this is a good one to pick up if you can get a cheap copy like I did, of course. This next movie is probably one of, well, maybe not the strangest. I haven't gotten to the other strange one. But this is very, very strange. I'm actually not going to tell you everything about it. And also, Mr. Tony of the Dead just did, it was really cute. Him and his wife cooked dinner together, and it was super cute. They're really cute together. They cooked dinner, and then they watched this movie, and halfway through it, they kind of reviewed how they felt about the movie, and then they reviewed everything at the end. And that movie is Society. This is a Brian De Palma movie. He worked on Reanimator, and he's worked on several horror films. This is out of print. This is an Anchor Bay copy. He got the Arrow version. I think that company's called Arrow. He got like the Blu-ray, I think it's on Blu-ray, Tony. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like a Blu-ray copy. It came in this weird case that kind of looked like the Necronomicon from the Book of the Dead thing from Evil Dead. It came with all these extras and stuff. But this is the actual out of print original DVD that I got. because I actually didn't. If I had known about the Arrow release, I would have actually picked that up before I actually bought this. This is another one. This can run up to about $100 actually. And I got this for another one. Like, it was like he wanted to buy it now of like $65, and I put in like a best offer of like $15, and the guy took it. And I still had to pay $2 in shipping, but I think I got this for $17 total. And these do run. This Anchor Bay version runs between $65 and $100 on eBay. So it's very, very rare and very hard to find. But this is a very good movie. I'll give you kind of the small synopsis of it, but it's about this rich kid who is kind of ignored by his parents, and you'll kind of see this review in Tony's. But they're kind of... I kind of know what Brian De Palma was going for with this film. It's kind of... he was kind of catching on to the whole... And I think this comes from the past too, as far as the mythos of it. But this kind of is a conspiracy theory type thing of the elite, the Rothschilds, and the who's the other big rich family? Besides the Rothschilds, you have the DuPonts, and your WASPs of the East Coast. Your white Anglo-Saxons, Presbyterian types. But this comes out of sort of that mythos of the Rothschilds throwing these very like bizarre parties and all of this sort of conspiracy theory stuff of, they're the elite running the world, and they're all involved in very weird things. And I think that's kind of where this movie comes out of, is that conspiracy sort of theory. I hate to see conspiracy theory, but it is sort of a conspiracy of like, these Rothschild people having money and the weird things in these parties that they throw and things like that. And he nailed it with this movie for sure. This is definitely one of those movies at the end you'll be like, what the hell did I just watch? And it's a slow burner. It's a builder too. So don't if you do pick this up, don't give up on it, because it's really, the payoff is the last like 15-20 minutes of the movie, and it will leave you, whoa, this was very trippy. So yeah, Society. There is an Arrow. I believe the company's Arrow. The company is the one I think it's the one that was on the back of the last issue of Rue Morgue. So yeah, hit Tony. Maybe message Tony. See if he can probably help you out with where to pick that up. But I would definitely pick that up from Arrow before it goes out of print, because I think a lot of people think, well, these are getting re-released, so I have plenty of time to buy them. No. I think it's one of those things where you buy it now because they will disappear. These are very short runs usually on a lot of these Blu-rays, or DVDs and Blu-rays. So that was all the DVDs. Now I'm going to get into the Blu-rays. These are more accessible and obviously easier to get. The first one to start with is Sleepaway Camp 2. Just got that in today. The one thing I was really happy about and I was really kind of nervous about was, well, not nervous, but I was going to be upset, was the fact that I do love, however much I do love these new slipcovers, and I do like the artwork, it's really the original cover that I was much more interested in. So now don't get me wrong, I do like the new artwork and this reimagined cover artwork for the movie. But really, this iconic cover is really what I was hoping for. And the nice thing about it is, well, I was kind of nervous too, because I opened up the Blu-ray. It's shrink wrapped with the slipcover on. So when I get the shrink wrap off, it's ready to go. Slip out of the cover. There's no cellophane. But so I thought, oh, it's got the new artwork. Well, I thought Tony's had the original. So I opened up the Blu-ray. Well, what it is the cover art is reversible. So you just take it out, flip it over, and you've got the original cover art. So I did that right away because I really do love this original cover art stuff. So, and this is another one of those franchises when I was just talking about in my last video, the trade video with Mr. Tony the Dead, is Sleepaway Camp is another one of those I felt like it could have just gone on like Friday the 13th. You know, you could have just left off from her. I think she's in the ambulance and she kills the ambulance guy in the back and the driver and she escapes. I would have always loved to have seen it go. She escapes, and I would have taken it in another direction. I would have gone Sleepaway Camp 4, Fat Camp Massacre, and have her show up at one of the fat camps and killing off kids who are cheating on their diet, like sneaking in candy or something, and just killing off, not the ones that are like being promiscuous or doing anything like that. It's those kids that are like sneaking in candy bars and donuts and things like that, and those are the kids she kills off. I as a fat kid, I could have related to that very well, and I think that would have been a really campy, really great fun movie to do it that way. I could have definitely wrote the sequel for Sleepaway Camp, but yeah, Sleepaway Camp 4, Fat Camp Massacre. It would have been great. Unfortunately, they didn't go on, which is unfortunate. And this has a ton of extras on it too. I mean, there's a ton of special features, which I'm very excited. I'm probably going to watch I'll probably rewatch Sleepaway Camp 2 tonight and watch all the extras. And like I said, and then I think they did come out. They did remake Sleepaway Camp. I haven't seen it. I don't have no idea if it's any good, but I think it's like, I always figured like even now you could go back and film this and you could film this like it was still the 80s. You know, just make it look like the 80s and just continue on with it, because obviously I still want all my horror movies to look like the 80s. But that's how I would have done it, is just gone on to continually do these, sort of like a Friday the 13th. Of course, you know the next one's going to be Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland. Not my favorite of the series. Really, it would go 2, 1, and then this one. But I love the cover art on the third one. Just look at that. You know, very. They knew exactly what. Let's put a giant knife and boobs right in front of the cover. You put this for sale in any store on Blu-ray. Just this, no slipcover, just like this. They're gone in an instant. Every male that walks by is going to be like, "Yep, I'll take that." Classic 80s cover. So I love it so much. Like I said, I do like the reimagined ones, but this one is definitely the better of them. Yeah, I think the problem with 3 was the script wasn't very good, and the budget I think was quite a bit lower. But there are still some really great stuff in part 3, and I still love it. Unfortunately, number 1 I was going to have 2, but it didn't arrive. So my next haul, you already know 1, and that's going to be Sleepaway Camp, the first one. This next one was one of those deals, another one of those like just browsing the internet and just randomly happened upon it and didn't know it was out actually on Blu-ray. And that is Embrace of the Vampire with Alyssa Milano. Look at the back cover here. You guys can see that. Embrace the Vampire came out in the early, I think around 93 or 94. And this has a lot, and this is the unrated version too. And this has a lot of controversy. This is kind of where Alyssa Milano, her career could have really tanked. And it was sort of starting to. But then, obviously she went on to score, I think she was on Charmed. And I think that's kind of what happened is she took this role because her career, I think, was starting to sort of tank. And as many of you know, Embrace the Vampire, she's naked a lot in this movie. There's a lot of Alyssa Milano naked in this. It's very cheesy, not very cheesy. It has some cheese to it, but it's a typical vampire movie. But I just had to pick it up. It was very cheap. I think I only paid like $8 for it or something like that. And that was with free shipping. But I just had to have it because I do remember this was like, when this came out, even at the video store, you had to be like, I think you had to be 18 or something like that to rent this. There was some controversy around this film. and Alyssa Milano. So I would highly recommend checking this out. This is a really cool sort of I don't even know how to classify it. I mean, it is definitely not super horror. There are definitely kill scenes and stuff, and there's some vampire stuff, but it's, you mostly get it because Alyssa Milano's naked, right? But I do remember this as I do remember this film and watching it, and it was quite a big deal when it came out, so I had to pick it up. So check that one out. And this last one, maybe the most bizarre of all the movies, and this is probably the biggest score of all of these films that I picked up. And many of you may know this or may not know this film. It was one that I had some knowledge of, but not really. And that is Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. I know, the title. As you can see too, this is the special signed edition. And it is literally signed on the inside cover right here. By Fred Olen Ray. Fred Olen Ray makes low-budget horror and low-budget sleaze. I can't remember. He's done tons of horror stuff. Off the top of my head, I can't remember everything he's done. I think he's connected to like. He's definitely got. I definitely know he's done stuff for Full Moon. And definitely does some like Anchor Bay stuff that you know, but he's a pretty big. He's done a lot of movies. So this is the signed special edition one. This movie is very interesting. Pop it open. I got this. This is another one of those. There was only, I think, 500 of these signed ones, and then 1,200 of the regular Blu-ray, so they were a very limited run. So I had been looking for this on eBay, and this signed one was going for about $100. And another one of those where I just put in, I think, $12, and they took it. No clue why. Don't care, because I scored, and I'm pretty happy about it. So yeah, I got this for $12. It runs about $100, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's the signed one. As far as gore, if you were to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, the gore would probably come in at like a 1.5. It's really not that many. I think there's 3 kills through the whole movie. It's very short. It's only like 75 minutes or 80 minutes. It's got Linnea Quigley. Gunnar Hansen, as many of you know, played Leatherface. He's in this, and he's a terrible actor, by the way. I know, people are probably going to be upset by that, but in Leatherface, he basically has no speaking parts. He's really not, I mean, he's just kind of method acting, but he doesn't really say anything. And he's also got a mask on. But when he acts in real life, he's horrible. I mean, he's got the most... His acting is just horrible. The tone of his voice never changes. He's just horrible and cheesy, and every scene he in is just so weird and just awful. Like, you can tell the other actors are trying, and he's just awful in this. And like I said, Linnea Quigley is in this. She's in tons of B-side horror movies. She's in Return of the Living Dead, and she's very, very well known. I think she's gone on to do like 150 films or some ridiculous thing. I think she's actually retired now. I don't actually know. Sorry, it's people outside my apartment. This film was filmed in 5.5 days. And it used props from other movies. It used props from Vamp and Reanimator. And you'll kind of see some of that in here. I would highly suggest picking it. It's fun. If nothing else, this movie's fun. It's got some really great shots of downtown Hollywood at night in the 80s, because this was like 87, 88. And it basically, what all this movie is a spoof on film noir. It's basically about a detective who is hired by these people from the Midwest to find their daughter who's come out to Hollywood and has become part of this chainsaw cult run by Gunnar Hansen. And so it's very cheesy. The effects and the quality of it float somewhere in between somewhere in between Reanimator and a trauma film, somewhere in between. More on the Reanimator side. It's a little, but at times there are like, oh man, the blood effects are a little weird in this movie, and they'll explain why if you watch the extras. But definitely, the regular Blu-ray of this you can pick up for fairly decent price, and there are still regular DVD copies of this floating around on the internet, or on eBay at least. So if you do find this, check it out. It's an interesting film with an interesting history behind it. I think, and I did watch the extras of this the other night, and they did say that this went on to have the most iconic and recognizable B-side horror movie poster of all time. Like, they said some magazine had done like a top 25 best B-side horror movie posters, and this had come in at number 1 as the most recognizable of the B-side horror movies. Oh yeah, that's right. And Maxim magazine gave it the 4th greatest B movie of all time. So that's got to say something. But it is worth a pickup. It's not, if you're looking for horror, it's definitely not that. It's very, very campy. And it's very tongue-in-cheek, and they knew exactly what they were doing with this film. But it looks very, very good on Blu-ray. The transfer is amazing. So, yep, that's it, guys. That is my haul for this week. Like I said, I do have another one coming in. Not another one, but many others. But I will save that next video. I will probably build up anything else I get until July, probably. So there'll probably be at least another July horror Blu-ray haul. I've got at least Sleepaway Camp 1, which I just told you about. And then let me think here. I've got at least 3 others right now on their way. And a couple other in the works. Because the only way I'm able to do this all is, I sell stuff that I've gotten. Some of it's subscription box, some of it's other stuff. I sell stuff. And then I'm able to make money enough that I'm not putting anything out of my pocket. Of kind of like recycling stuff from some of my subscription boxes. I'm able to just sell stuff online, and so I'm not really out any money on it. Well, I am, because I buy the subscription box stuff, but I'm not putting out any extra money buying all this stuff. So it's working out very well. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's all the videos for this week. I hope you enjoyed them. Hopefully I'll have Horror Block up soon as that gets here, but it probably won't be until the end, and I'll probably get that in the end of next month, because the shipping has just been ridiculous, and it's a mess. Anyway, enough bitching and complaining. Hope everybody's weekend's good, and we'll see you later.